I'm Jason Benedict. I'm running on the Republican ticket for Fanwood Borough Council. I've lived in Fanwood 4 years with my wife and my new son, 14 months old, Logan, and I'm trying to see what I can do to make the town better. You know, the top 3 issues facing Fanwood are probably the top 3 issues that are facing every borough and every town and every city in the United States, which is now basically property taxes are a big ticket item. Of course, the things that you want to do to make property taxes lower is increase your rateables. So, of course, the downtown redevelopment project is going to be key for Fanwood this election cycle, as well as shared services, where we try to get some economies of scale, sharing some of the municipal services amongst towns that border us. Rateables are where commercial properties come in and we can have them be taxed at a rate that would offset the costs to the homeowners. Towns like Scotch Plains or towns like Edison or Highland Park have a lot of commercial entities, lots of stores. Fanwood has a relatively small shopping district, and right now it's under redevelopment. We're hoping to entice more foot traffic, more shopping, and more commercial traffic downtown Fanwood. I don't know that it's different as much as I think that I and my running mate Tony Parenti have an approach that will be fiscally conservative for the town and make sure that our tax dollars are best spent. I have experience in nonprofit for about 20 years doing vendor management, negotiations, and being able to work in a nonprofit to get the best bang for your buck. So my experience, unlike the attorneys that run for public office, I have experience working with limited budgets in nonprofits that turn the best return on our investments. I worked for Fordham University, of course, for 20 years now. In addition, I'm also on the board of directors, I'm a trustee on the board of directors at the Fanwood Community Foundation, which is a philanthropic nonprofit for the betterment of Fanwood people. It's for the love of Fanwood.
So what's
Well, we've done things like we donated money to redo cameras on TV 35. We bought the new camera for TV 35 for Fanwood Television. We've donated money to the CERT, to the emergency response team for their hardened laptop. We've also given money to the town clock, to the borough clock in the center of Fanwood. So we've done a lot to put money into the town, and also we do a lot of things for individuals around town. The issue with shared services, the report that's come out right now still needs to have a lot of investigation. As the report that came out, I've been reading through it. Of course, I'm not on the council yet, so I'm not privy to all the information, but from what I've seen, I wonder if there really are any savings for Fanwood. It seems that there'd be plenty of savings for Scotch Plains, but I don't really know yet. There's a lot of investigation that needs to go on, and I know, again, Tony Parenti, who's my running mate, who currently is on the council, he's been looking into it, and right now, I'm concerned about the police specifically because safety is a major issue for us in Fanwood, and we want to make sure that Fanwood stays as safe as it's been. And I don't know that sharing those services, or what it seems to be is merging those services with Scotch Plains, I'm currently uncomfortable with it, and I would need to be shown that it's really fiscally prudent and that the value of the services is still there for Fanwood. Local politics is significantly different than national level politics. However, you know, we are running under the Christie reform ticket, and Governor Christie's done some great things for New Jersey. He's come out of the box swinging just recently. Just yesterday, he had a town hall in Scotch Plains, and a lot of Fanwood was there, a lot of Scotch Plains was there. Chris Christie's a straight talker. He's not afraid to tell you how it is, and he's also unashamedly honest, almost to a fault. And you know, we're proud to be running on the same ticket as Chris Christie. Now, bigger picture, really big picture, Republicans versus Democrats. You know, there's some right wing, there's some conservative issues. They don't have a place in local politics. However, the fiscal conservative nature of the Republican ticket in New Jersey really does emanate down to the local level, and we're trying to follow through some of those ideals. Absolutely. To be honest, I probably would have cut a little bit more out of the Board of Education budget. It's unfortunate, and I work for a university, so I'm a big fan of academics, I'm a fan of academia. I don't have anything against teachers, I don't have anything against the school systems. However, I think that the Board of Education in our shared towns between Scotch Plains and Fanwood, it's a little administratively heavy. And you know, they cut a big chunk out of that without touching classrooms, which is very important. We touched where we had to touch. When I say we, I mean the Republicans that ran the Administrative and Finance Committee, again, Tony Parenti, and the folks who reviewed the school board budget. They did a really good job, and they didn't go as deep as I might have wanted to go if I were on the board at that time. As far as the question about whether or not we touched athletics, you know, they cut athletics in places where it made sense. They cut programs where the kids that were doing intramural sports didn't have anybody to play against. So that was the best place to cut, and I feel bad that we needed to cut there. But unfortunately, in today's economic times, not every worthwhile program can be funded Certainly, we don't have the money, you can't do it. I'm in it for the long haul. I've moved to Fanwood 4 years ago. My mom and dad just moved to Fanwood last year. My best friends are moving from Brooklyn right now to the area, and I'm in it for the long haul. I'm willing to win, and I know that that sounds silly. What that means is it's a hard job, and it's overwhelmingly a thankless job. It's a job that doesn't pay anything. It's nights and weekends away from my family, but I know that it's what's best for the town, and I'm willing to give up time with my family and my new son. In addition to the work I do full-time in New York, I'm going to come home and I'm going to work as hard as I can for Fanwood to make it a better place for my family, my son, as well as all my neighbors and friends. Because I don't have any history on the town council, it's a little bit more difficult to talk about what I've done. I can only talk about what I can bring to the board, what I can bring to the borough council, and how I can serve Fanwood. And that's really important to me. I am excited about the opportunity to bring my skills to the borough council and make a difference for Fanwood. That's the biggest issue, is I want to make a difference. I am absolutely not motivated to get into politics. I know this is politics. I'd like to think of it as community service, and I know it's politics. I'm not under any illusion that it's not politics, but if I thought about it as community service, one of the things that I thought about is what I wanted to do when I retired. And all I ever wanted to do when money was no longer an issue is I wanted to serve the community in which I live and make it better. And I thought, why wait? Why am I waiting till I retire? Why not put a little extra effort into it and do it now? And all I want to do when I get up in the morning is help others. And that's why I work for Fordham University. You know, I don't do a job. I don't work for a bank. I don't work for a commercial or a for-profit entity, because I really want to make a difference and I want to do what's right. And I want to know that I'm contributing to something better than me.